सर मैं अपनी बजट स्पीच पे आता हूँ. It is a matter of great honor for me to rise before this august house to present the annual budget of rupees 3,450 billion for the financial year 2025-26 for the province of Sindh. I also feel privileged to represent the great people of Sindh who have entrusted Pakistan People's Party with the mandate to develop this province for them and for generations to come. Pakistan People's Party has always made untiring efforts to live up to the expectations of the people, for which we draw strength from the vision of Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. People's love and trust on Pakistan's People's Party, its leadership, and the splendid work from 2008 to 2023 is evident from the resounding mandate in general elections of 2024, which has reinvigorated Pakistan People's Party's mission to serve the people of the province selflessly. The Pakistan People's Party secured more votes than ever before in Sindh. PPP's vote bank in Sindh saw a rise in its share from 38.7% in 2018 general elections to 45.5% in 2024, and thereby it commands an absolute majority in the Provincial Assembly of Sindh. We also express our unwavering commitment to embark on a journey to unlock our province's tremendous potential for greater prosperity and development under the guidance of President Asif Ali Zardari and dynamic leadership of Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Mr. Speaker, before I move forward, I would like to thank Almighty Allah for granting us protection, honor, and the strength to stand tall in the face of aggression by the enemy. In recent days, our beloved Pakistan was tested. Responding to unprovoked and unjustifiable hostility, our brave armed forces, our army, navy, and the air force rose with courage, professionalism, and unmatched resolve. In a matter of hours, they transformed aggression into deterrence, fear into resilience, and threats into a renewed national unity. To our valiant defenders, I say, Sindh salutes you. Pakistan salutes you. You have not only safeguarded our borders, but lifted the hearts of 240 million Pakistanis. Let me also express deep and sincere appreciation to the nations who stood by us, countries that raised their voice for peace, called out injustice, and stood in solidarity with Pakistan's right to defend itself. Your support reaffirmed that in times of trial, true friendships are revealed. To our political leadership across party lines, thank you. In the heat of crisis, we found consensus. The Parliament stood tall. The Federation stood united. And together, we showed the world that the security of Pakistan transcends politics. To our media, responsible, vigilant, and patriotic, thank you for guiding public sentiment with wisdom and for standing as a pillar of national morale. To the people of Sindh and the people of Pakistan, your prayers, your patience, and your faith gave our defenders the strength they needed. Our unity is our shield. And once again, I would like to thank Allah Ta'ala for His countless blessings on our beloved country, its people, its forces, the Pakistan People's Party, and its leadership. Sir, the outgoing financial year has been one of consolidation and fiscal responsibility. I thank the members of this House and the Provincial Cabinet for supporting our austerity drive and reform agenda during uncertain times. The year began with a balanced budget of rupees 3.506 trillion, with an IMF-mandated primary surplus target of rupees 299 billion. The province faced a rupees 282 shortfall in NFC transfers, receiving only rupees 1,363 billion out of rupees 1,645 billion projected until May 2025. Despite this, the government released rupees 666 billion in development funding, is on track to utilize rupees 500 billion by the year end, the highest ever development expenditure, will complete approximately 1,494 development schemes, another all-time high, allocated record high funds to health and education, transforming service delivery across Sindh. Mr. Speaker, despite daunting fiscal and economic pressures, the government of Sindh remains resolute and forward-looking. With discipline, vision and people's trust, we will continue delivering progress and prosperity across the province. So the government's top priorities, I will start with the health department with a motto of health for all. Like every year, the Sindh government has upheld its promise to deliver quality and free healthcare services to the people of the province. This year, the health budget was pitched at rupees 344 billion, which has been utilized for critical patient care and expansion services. We have ensured that every penny serves its rightful purpose, improving lives. I will list out the major institutes which have performed exceptionally well during the year. The NICVD has treated 1.4 million patients in the current financial year. And out of this, more than 10%, 160,000 are from other provinces. The key achievements include 10,000 plus emergency angioplasties, 1,450 pediatric heart surgeries, 333,760 OPD consultations. The services of NICVD are now extended to our sister province, our neighboring province of Balochistan in Quetta for pediatric care. The Sindh Institute of Cardiovascular Disease, SIVD, now has a network of 10 hospitals, 29 chest pain units, 14 cath labs, offering over 2 million treatments in the current financial year. This includes 31,852 angiographies, 1,608 adult heart surgeries, 1,618 pediatric interventions. Our hospital in Gambat, the Peer Abdul Qadir Shah Institute of Medical Sciences, is a center of innovation. Here, only in the current financial year, we have done 308 liver transplants with a total to date of 1,277 liver transplants, 44 transplants, kidney transplants in the current financial year, with a total of 344 to date, 51 bone marrow transplants, state-of-the-art liver tower, neurocomplex, robotic surgeries, and jail ward have been completed. Another shining star in our health services is the Sindh Institute of Child Health and Neonatology, where we strive to save newborn lives across Sindh. The SICHN network has increased to more than 700 beds across Karachi, Sakhar, Ladkano, Benazirabad, and other locations. This is the largest network in the world for children's health. It has 262 incubators, 114 pediatric ICU beds, and 260 269 ventilators. As I said, there's no institute throughout the world who can boast these numbers. Our Jinnah Postgraduate Medical Center, over the last 13 years, the bed capacity of JPMC, NICH and NICVT has almost doubled from 2,092 beds to 4,041 beds right now. We cater for an annual patient load of 4 million. The budget has been increased to rupees 32 billion. It's the only place in the world where free CyberKnife treatment is provided. We have, in August 2024, from the Government of Sindh funds, added a third CyberKnife, which is the state-of-the-art machine and is being used to treat patients with cancer. There's construction underway for Bilkis Abdul Sattar Edi Breast Radiation Bay, a woman-only radiotherapy unit, and renovations and robotic surgery units are added. Mr. Speaker, the extensive and inclusive investment in the health sector reflects our unwavering belief that access to health care is not a privilege but a right. The SIUT is a beacon of free, dignified health care through community-government partnership. The SIUT, supported by the Government of Sindh, stands today as South Asia's largest public sector health organization. Over the past 54 years, it has touched the lives of over 35 million patients across the country. With 1,600 beds, 82 departments, and approximately 400 dialysis machines. SIUT is the largest dialysis center in Pakistan, serving 30% of the country and 60% of Sindh's dialysis patients. It has performed over 7,500 free kidney transplants and provided lifelong care to patients. Some of SIUT's key milestones include 104,477 surgeries performed, including 759 robotic procedures,